Hello and welcome to your messages for the week. Today is Sunday, the 8th of January 2023. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Deborah Jane Sutton, and you can find out more about me and the things that I do from my website at deborahjanesutton.com and from my Facebook page, Deborah Jane Sutton, and from this YouTube channel. So have a good browse around. If you haven't already seen the messages for the month of January, have a look at those, and I'll put the link in the description and the video in the end screen. So, with no further ado, and with that card jumping out as it did, let's see what messages we have for this week. Or maybe the messages are for whenever you get to listen to them. So it could be next week, the week after, I don't know what. But the messages coming through now. Let's see. Any guidance? Anything to give us the heads up? Anything about the energy? Always remember to take a deep breath so you can activate your own intuition. That's always important. Take what resonates, leave the rest, as is the nature with these general readings. Oh, now they're all coming out. Anything else? One more shuffle just to make sure. No, that's it. We have 6. That's quite enough, I think, and they're all face down. So let's take a dive in. The first one is the 8 of Wands, one of my favorite cards. It's the luckiest card in the deck. Wands is action in the physical world, and this card shows that all delays and obstacles have been removed. And you can see it's like arrows. All the arrows, all the wands are falling into place nicely. So if you have been following your heart, if you have been following this channel, and you have been doing as you've been told, and following your heart, taking leaps of faith, tapping into your passions, raising your frequency, and all those goodies that are going to help us align with who we really are. If you've been doing that, you will find that your vibration has risen, and you will find that the reflection of that inner work is now coming to you, and that's why everything is falling into place. So this is a beautiful card to start off with, because usually the first ones are like, this is how it is, and then we follow the advice from the cards to end up in an end place if we follow the advice of the cards. But now we're starting off with this. So this is super positive. This is about everything is beginning to fall into place. And hopefully by falling into place so easily and effortlessly for you, it's going to help you realize that, yes, this is the way to go. Yes, I can make a success of my passion, hobby, or whatever it is. Yes, I'm not focusing on the money, but yes, the money is there. The abundance is coming. Something is happening. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is how it works. Get out of my own way and everything falls into place so much more beautifully and divinely than you could even imagine. Because when you get out of your own way, I mean mentally, if you're thinking and planning and doing all of those things, you're keeping your whole reality in the 4th dimension. If you want to access 5th dimensional levels of consciousness, you need to let go of those mental processes, those thoughts and those beliefs that are not serving you. Let go of all thoughts and beliefs. And I'll put a link also in the description and the video in the end screen to my video on how to detach from thoughts, because I think it is so relevant for the whole year. So if I don't give it for homework this week, it will be for next week. So you might as well watch it now. But yes, this is about everything falling into place because you've realized there's a different way of doing things, because the truth of who you really are is becoming clear to you now. You're realizing that you are the creator of your own reality, and that through using your energy, I want to say harnessing your energy through using it positively, through affirmations, gratitude, thinking about the words you use, and all of energy, including the foods that you eat, the thoughts that you think, all of this, that you really do have overall control of your frequency. And that's how you can raise your own frequency. That's how you're changing your future. And that's why so many things are falling into place, because you've taken little leaps of faith. You might have taken a big leap of faith. You might have taken loads of leaps of faith. And then the people that you need come at the time that you need them. And manifestations are happening so quickly now. Just say it to a friend what it is that you want to manifest, and then be open to it, because it's coming. It's all coming and falling into place. What a beautiful one. Oh dear. Here we go with the lack. So the Five of Pentacles is the scarcity card. And remember, we cannot have scarcity in physical form if we don't have scarcity first in thought form, because we know that it goes thoughts, word, deed. We manifest through our thoughts. So where are you still lacking? The way I want to interpret this, because it has come on the heels of this, I don't think it's such a negative card. I think what's happening is you're manifesting so much. Your life's going in a new, more divine direction. Everything's falling into place. And this card has come to say to you, keep going, dream bigger. Because this is people focusing on lack. And if you're focusing on not having something, you're going to create not having it. People don't seem to get this. And it's all connected with the resistance. You know, what you resist persists. If you have resistance to your present situation, well, everything's perfect in my life except I don't have enough money, or everything's perfect in my life except I don't have the right job, everything's perfect in my life except I don't have a partner, everything's perfect in my life except I don't have the whatever it is that I want. If you're focusing on the not having whatever it is that you want, you're focusing on the lack. And there is resistance to loving what is. I'm not loving my present situation because I haven't got this or that or the other. And that is the problem, isn't it? Is that you have resistance to the reality that you have created. And that's what's keeping it away. That's the way it works energetically. Don't ask me to explain that, because that would be quantum physics, and I'm not doing that. But just trust me that this is why the phrase, what you resist persists. If you have resistance to something, if you don't like something, if you're kind of pushing it away, that this is a situation I'm not happy with, you're actually maintaining it. That's a quantum truth, an energetic truth. So what this card is saying is, just don't focus on the lack at all. You've got to focus on the gratitude for everything that's falling into place. So you might be happy that all these things are falling into place in one direction in your life. It could be your love life, or it could be your working life, or it could be your family life, or it could be your health. You could be losing weight. It could be all sorts of things. But you're focusing on one area in your life, and in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, I still have lack in this other area of my life. You know, so this is about releasing all lack, and looking at this, whatever it is that's falling into place for you, looking at that and thinking, wow, it does work. Let's focus on what is working. Let's focus on the positive, and not focus on what I haven't got. Because, as I've just said, I'll say it again, focusing on what you haven't got is going to keep you not having it, because that's the way it works. I hope that was clear. And here we've got some anxiety and some nightmares and some, this is again, thoughts. How am I going to pay my bills? So even though things are falling into place, it's still putting you into a place of, but I'm not going to be able to maintain this. Like, you might have had a really good day selling whatever it is that you do for a hobby that you love. You've met all these right people, all these good people, and you can see that things are falling into place. Your health is getting better, your vibration has risen, you're selling more, or sharing more, whatever it is, or finding more clients for your healing, part-time healing business, whatever it is. You know, there's more going on. But there's still a leap of faith to be had, because this card is saying, yeah, but I can't do this as a full-time living, or I can't expand this, or I can't spend more time on it, you know, or I've done well to do that, but I'm not good enough to do the next step. You know, these cards are telling me that we're still not dreaming big enough. We're still not dreaming big enough, and we're still just full of stories as to why we can't dream big enough. Why we can't dream big enough. Let's have a look at the next one. There we go. She has come to tell us that you can dream big enough. She's the Empress. She's a major arcana card. She's Mother Earth, Mother Nature. She's beauty. She's health. She's happiness. She's creativity. She's a pregnancy card. Now, this is what I did before, actually, when I had six. I'm going to see if it works this time as well. So I've got this one. I've got the three at the top, and then the second three I've got underneath them. So I'm kind of, this one has come up to what I think is clarifying this one. So this, where things are falling into place, is really creative. She's the pregnancy card. And if you're not having like a proper human baby, like most of us aren't. But we are giving birth to new projects. We are giving birth to heaven on earth. We're giving birth. Oh, I like that. We're giving birth to heaven on earth. Oh, that rhymes. We're giving birth to the new earth. We're giving birth to new ideas, new communities, and new ways of doing things, new ways of thinking. So she's definitely the giving birth to new projects card, and it's relating to all these things falling into place. So there is some part of you, and it could be a new relationship that's coming because it's beautiful and there's love here. This is divine feminine, an opportunity for you to activate your divine feminine. Doesn't matter what gender you are. It's about activating that beauty of the divine feminine, which of course we have both, you know, masculine and feminine in all of us. And it's the balance between the two that came up last week, didn't it? Or was that that might have been January's cards? Yeah, the balance between the two. So this is now taking us to some further creativity. So whatever it is that is falling into place for you at the moment, know that it's divine, know that it's taking you in the right direction, and know that it is expanding. There is something expanding here because there's something beautiful, there's romantic, it's Mother Nature, it's all these beautiful creations, these creative energies. So there's something really divine about it. So it can expand. She's come to really dispel these thoughts, I think, these limiting beliefs. This is the thoughts that are not serving you. And Pentacles is typically money, although obviously I do interpret it as energy and abundance of all sorts. So typically this is not having enough money. You're thinking that you don't have enough money, but we know how to cure that one, don't we? You just have to go, galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. Say that to yourself with a big smile on your face. Feel your energy changing. Say it 3 times, 6 times, 9 times. Say it all day long, and you will feel expanded, and you will feel abundance coming to you because it will be the frequency that you're creating from within. So it will be created outside of you. That's how it works. Yes, you have the whole world. If it is matching, clarifying this one, galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. She's a completion sign. This is the last major arcana. It covers all zodiac signs here. It was the 4 fixed signs. So it's basically all of them in my interpretation. She's swanning around the universe. It's the world. It's the new earth card, the heaven on earth card. And she's swanning around, enjoying her frequency. She's not limiting herself. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. That's her mantra. And it's worked. Major arcana cards. Yeah, definitely. And this one also, I think, has come to clarify this one. I like the way this has worked. If I get 6 again, I'll know how to do it, won't I? um, so this one, he's worrying, you know, how am I going to do this? It's like late at night. How am I going to do this? How am I going to pay for this bill? How am I going to have time to do that? How am I going to look after the kids? Da, 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 da. How am I going to, you know, this is what this worry is, you know, anxiety, keeping you awake at night. Or it could be astral traveling. It could be all sorts of things. This is also my astral traveling card, which means that on a galactic level, you might well be doing some light worker stuff in the astral planes at night. While your human is asleep. If that's the case and you're waking up tired, then just, you know, well done for rocking it for humanity, and thank you. But typically this is about anxiety and fretting and not being able to sleep because of worry and things like that, or dark night of the soul and things like that. But this card is beautiful. This card is beautiful to come up at the end because what he's saying, he's the 8 of Pentacles. He's working hard. He's happy. His goals are in sight. The castle in the background symbolizes your goals in life. His goals are in sight. He's good at what he's doing. He's enjoying what he's doing, and he's expanding upon what he's doing. And that's what we've just said about this. Things are falling into place. She said things are expanding. So if it's a little hobby you've got going, it's going to expand. People are going to come. If it's an idea you've got, it's going to be expanded. It's going to materialize. You know, whatever it is, if it's a relationship that you've just started, it's going to expand. It's going to get nice, you know, it's going to get more serious. It's going to get more committed, or, you know, it's going to give you what it is that you need. Freedom, independence as well, of course. We don't want to be too committed, but committed to ourselves within a relationship is the perfect way to be. And committed to each other in that way. Don't get me wrong on that. But this card is powerful because yes, he is working hard, but he doesn't feel tired. He doesn't feel run ragged because he's doing what he loves. He's doing what he's good at, and it's one of those things that he would do it if he had a day off. You know, he's at that stage. This is heaven on earth. Is when you actually prefer to go to work. That's why I say it's not work. It's not work and play. It's play and play, because you'd actually get to that stage where you'd rather do the activity, abundance activity, shall we call it, because it is pentacles. You'd rather do that activity than not. And that's how he feels. So doing that activity is raising his vibration, but he's expanding on what he's done before. So he's doing it differently now. He's making much more of it. It's growing. It's going in a slightly different direction. It's falling all into place in a new way. So he's shifted his focus, maybe from making money to making joy, you know, focusing on health, focusing on love, focusing on serving the community, focusing on sharing his gifts. That's what's falling into place. And it's physical action in the physical world. And he's working hard, but I don't want to use the word work, but he's creating, shall I say. He's busy creating. How's that? Well, I don't want to say he's working hard, but he's busy creating. And that's what's going to take us to the next step. And actually, it's a really good message for me as well, because I do feel really, really busy at the moment, but like with really fun, creative things. And yeah, I guess maybe next week we'll get a rest card. Hopefully next week we'll get a rest card, because this week is saying, do what you love, do what you're good at, do what brings you joy. Keep doing more of it, because we are creating the new earth, and it is divine. And that's what's going to take us away from our limitations. You see, there's 5 pentacles because, you know, you're living in lack. He's got 8 pentacles because he's doing what he loves. See how easy it is? You make 3 pentacles by doing what you love. I hope that makes sense. So it's quite exciting. I'd love to hear what areas in your life are being expanded, that are falling into place, and everything else, because the way I see it and the way I'm reading the cards is heaven on earth is falling into place, and all delays and obstacles have been removed. And it's all thanks to you and what you're doing, and your vibration and your frequency, and sharing your light with others. Which I know, if you're watching this, is something that you do. And I want to say thank you to you for that, because it's powerful. It's powerful. I'm going to get emotional. It's powerful what we're doing as a collective. And it feels right. And I want to say thank you. And I love you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.